years, and they're a great team to work with. So I want to thank her for tonight. All right, where are we going first? We're going to do oldies but goodies. For those of you that have been to our cooking demo part 1, come on in. Come on in. That's all right.
You're good.
Right up front. See, that's what happens when you come late.
That's what happens, yeah. Just like church. Come late, you gotta sit up front.
Like church.
So what's your name? Cindy, how are you? Why are you late, Cindy?
I'm the target, right?
Everybody, you're off the hook. I got Cindy. We're gonna be fine.
Cindy.
So we're gonna start in with some of our basics. I'm gonna let the girls kind of take over for right now. We're gonna do roasted vegetables and stir fry because these are basics. These are so easy and they're so flavorful, and you can make a big bunch of it, and it can last you for a couple of meals. So go ahead, and I'll let you guys kind of take it from here.
Okay, well, I'm Carol, so everybody welcome. I'm going to walk you through how to do roasted vegetables. So a lot of time I knew when I was growing up, we didn't roast vegetables in the oven. That's not how Mom did it. It was you opened a can and you put it in a saucepan, or you took it out of the frozen bag and you put it in a glass dish and you put it in the microwave and you heat it up that way. You will get so much more flavor and so much more nutrition, and you'll enjoy it so much more if you roast them in the oven. So I'm going to show you how this is a quick and easy thing to do when you get home from work and you've got hungry kids like I do, and it's going to make life a lot better, and you can turn it into a full dinner and not just a side dish and then have to think about what you're going to do for your meat. So if somebody would love to come up, well, Cindy, you want to come up and chop some vegetables, girl? Come on up.
You're here. Enjoy.
The only tool you're really going to need for this dish, come on around here, dear, is a cookie sheet, a cutting board, and a knife. That's all you need to get out and get dirty. So come here, darling. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to spray my cookie sheet just with some, you can use olive oil cooking spray, use whatever you've got. Use whatever vegetables you've got. So when I'm thinking about cooking for the week, I'm thinking about convenience. What am I going to do when I come home at 6 o'clock at night and I need something to just pull out so I can start cooking it? So I love going to your local grocery store and going in the produce, buying the pre-bagged florets. Yes, I know it's not the most cost effective, but for time and the amount of waste you're not going to have, it's totally worth it. So buy your you can use any kind of vegetable you like. What I chose for tonight was broccoli. I've got some zucchini. I've got some yellow pepper here, onion, and some baby carrots. Okay, that's all we're gonna do on our cookie sheet. So if you'd like to start chopping up.
Wash my hands first.
Yes, oh, you were a smart girl.
We've got vegetables on plastic bag, which makes me cringe, but it's a valid point.
Right.
Quick and easy. It's got to work. It's got to fly with your schedule. And if you got more time, buy the organic broccoli, the organic cauliflower, and cut it up yourself. But these kind of quick speed tricks can be very lifesavers. They can be helpers.
All right.
So don't feel bad
In the
about that.
interest of time,
You can even buy frozen vegetables already cut up, right? If that's helpful.
Yeah.
Have some of those in reserve.
Yes.
So on those nights you're like, oh, I don't have anything. Grab some frozen vegetables, throw them in a bowl, season them up, slam them in the oven. It's very, very quick, very simple.
Baby carrots you can cut in half. So like baby carrots, you want everything to get done at the right time, right? And you at the same time, and you want it to all be uniform. So baby carrot, cut it in half before you roast it if you're putting it in with other vegetables. With your peppers, just cut them into big chunks. This doesn't have to be neat. It doesn't have to be pretty. You want big chunks because you want the flavor from that vegetable. You don't want it to shrivel up and cook and burn, okay? That's all right.
Flying
That's all good.
And Carol, you put chicken on.
Well, that's what I'm coming to.
Okay,
so
perfect.
if you don't want to have to think about having to do a whole, that's perfect. So we're going to just dump this on our cookie sheet. Thank you. You've been lovely. I appreciate that. So what we're going to do, we've got our veggies on our cookie sheet. Then you get to start adding your spices. I'm just dumping my broccoli on there. Normally, I would do that.
There you go.
So you've got your broccoli on there, and you'd want it to make it a little more uniform, but in the interest of time, I think you got the idea of what you're going to be doing. Now this is the fun part. You get to start adding what other kind of seasoning you like. So what I'm going to start with first is my grapeseed oil. Can I have that for just a second? We're going to drizzle some grapeseed oil on there.
Or you could use avocado oil.
dear.
Grapeseed is good. Olive
Yes.
oil doesn't cook as well because olive oil will smoke at high temperatures. So save your olive oil for drizzling on vegetables after they're cooked.
Right. You're going to want some salt, This is the mix I like to do. Kind of toss it on your cookie sheet. Again, you're saving yourself having to wash another bowl later. Now here's where you're going to turn it into a dinner. I've got some chicken thighs here, very cost effective. You can also use chicken breasts. If you're going to use a chicken breast, cut your chicken breast in half. I did the same seasonings with the oil and the balsamic in this bowl, and I just let it sit while I was prepping my vegetables. And you're just going to lay your chicken on your cookie sheet right over the top of your vegetables. And you're going to put it in the oven, 375, for about 25 minutes, and dinner's done. You've got your vegetable and your meat, and you're all set.
And why cut the chicken breast?
You're cutting the chicken breast in half because it's a denser cut of meat. It's bigger, and you want it to be cooked and done and not dried out or undone by the time your vegetables are done. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay. So we're just going to pop that in our oven, and everybody is coming around to give you a sample of what this is going to taste
We have
like.
a few questions.
And if you
Do
had
we
a
have some
stopwatch on
questions?
her, it didn't take her more than 5-10 minutes to put that together.
Yes.
Go ahead.
As
I'm Phil
far,
Donahue.
hi Maury. As far as seasoning and herbs and things like that, is it important to look for organic for those or not? Like basil and different things like that.
Ideally, yes, but I would say it wouldn't be one of the top priority things that you have to get organic. We prefer vegetables and meat to be the top priority. But if you can, if you have access to it, awesome. But I wouldn't say it's a top
I say
priority.
there's always a hierarchy. First, just get it done. Even if we used a plastic bag and we didn't use organic ingredients, get her done, right? And then as you got that under your belt, you feel confident, okay, maybe I'll use a little better vegetable this time. Maybe I'll start getting my spices a little bit better. It's a journey. So don't feel like you have to do everything perfect.
I did not buy organic for that. I also think about a budget.
I have a question, girls.
Yeah.
As far as herbs, spices, that type of thing, is there a big nutritional difference between the fresh ones or the bottled or canned?
When you buy fresh, you're going to get a lot more of a true flavor of that herb. Like you're going to see later when we're doing our salmon, we have some sprigs of fresh rosemary. And I can tell you that just Chelsea and I standing here, the aroma of just that fresh rosemary was amazing. You're not going to get that from opening up your can of dried herbs. But not all of us are going to be able to go and buy our rosemary and our thyme and our basil fresh. Is it going to be more nutritiously of a value to you? Yes, if you can do it fresh. But in terms of convenience and what we have accessible to us, to me, I think dried is a great way to go.
Yeah.
Because once you put that in with your olive oil and your balsamic and whatever you're going to be using, you're going to be bringing that a little bit back to life, that you're going to get that flavor back. Thank you. You're welcome.
So
wanna-
when it,
oh,
when
go
it
ahead.
comes to seasonings, and Chelsea will talk about this more, there's no wrong or right answer. If you like Italian, if you like Asian, if you like Mexican, this is just all different season blends. And this is what we tell people. Open it up and smell it. If it smells delicious, it is. If it doesn't smell good, it's probably not for you, okay? But there's no perfect answer to that. And we brought some spices. We'll pass them around. In this book, there's a list of different palettes. You know, an Asian palette, a Mediterranean palette, an Italian palette, just where the spices kind of fall. But there's really no rules there.
No, you can use any kind of spice, any kind of herb that you enjoy on this dish, and it's going to be amazing. That just happens to be my go-to.
You guys
Yeah.
like it? Good.
Yeah.
The seasonings are key.
Do we need any more? Did anybody knock out one?
You're on
Gentleman in the
stir
back
fry.
is a big empty well.
An intro? Dun, 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 dun. Okay.
The stir fry
So
time.
while you guys are enjoying your roasted vegetables, I'm going to take it over to Chelsea, who's going to show you how to do a really quick and easy stir fry. We're kind of covering our chicken dishes first, and then we're going to branch off into fish later because fishes can be intimidating. But a stir fry is a great option for you if you're looking for a quick, healthy meal after work. So Chelsea, you're up, babe.
So stir fry, this is easy peasy. This took me about 10 minutes. The ingredients are very fast, easy, and minimal. I have liquid aminos, so we prefer this versus the soy sauce because do you guys know what the second ingredient in soy sauce is? Wheat. I'm sure sugar's in there somewhere. But we prefer the coconut aminos, and you will not taste one difference.
No, it doesn't
tastes
taste
just
any
the
different
same.
than soy sauce.
Once you you start having that, there is a subtle difference that I actually like. It's got a little more spark to it. Than just old soy
It's
sauce.
delicious. Yep, you can get this at Kroger. We've got our grapeseed oil, ginger, sesame seed, and garlic. So easy peasy. I buy most of my vegetables already chopped up. Like Carol, I would
Yes.
rather just have it chopped up and ready to go. So I went ahead and put the oil on the skillet with some sesame seeds. We're just gonna dump that on there. I like the what are these called? Snow peas.
Snow peas, babe.
Snow peas, the carrots, the broccoli, mushrooms. And then I am not a fan of measuring. I never like to measure, so we just dump and hope it tastes delicious. And
You can always add more.
you can always add more, yeah, or you can blow things up, whichever you prefer. And so I just add a ton of this this coconut aminos here, and then my sesame seeds and ginger. And when I come home, I am a hungry girl. So I like to have chicken that's already cooked and ready to go. That's why we've got some really good quality rotisserie chicken that we just took off the bone. And then we just dump it on our stir fry. So really easy, that way you're not having to cook the chicken.
Yeah.
Oh, not having to cook the chicken separately, because like I said, when I come home, I am ready to eat. So we're gonna go ahead and serve this up for you, if you don't mind, Augie.
So here's some time savers. So almost every Sunday, my wife will cook 6 to 8 chicken breasts. Just throw them in the oven. Sometimes
You know
there's
what? I
seasoning
think
on
we
them,
need to bring
sometimes
that
there's
over
not.
here.
But there isn't a day of the week that my house doesn't have cooked chicken. So you come home and you want to make this dish, you got chicken that's already cooked, chop, 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 throw it in. Even if you wanted to throw in raw chicken, you could. In the stir fry, I heat my pan up really hot. I get it cooking. And I start putting, and what do you stir fry in?
We do grapeseed oil.
Or
Coconut oil.
Or anything,
Or anything,
right?
like-
You can stir fry in water. You can stir fry in
Yeah.
oil. You can stir fry in Bragg's liquid aminos. It doesn't matter what you stir fry in, just something of a liquid nature. It doesn't have to be whatever your preconceived notion was, all right? So get that pan hot, throw that stuff in it, turn, done. And if you put in raw chicken, you're gonna start the chicken first.
Yep.
Give it a few minutes, it cooks really quick, and then throw your veggies in.
And then we love to add the cauliflower rice, which you all probably have tried. Hopefully you can get this at Kroger. This can be your rice instead of having to use actual rice, since it's pretty
Who's had that as
carb-heavy.
rice? Who's had that as rice?
That is fantastic.
Delicious.
How do you like cauliflower rice?
No, I liked it. It was good.
Can you tell the difference between rice?
Not really. Not good. The sauce.
That's all it is. Whatever the sauce is, what it tastes.
I love it because it gives you the same texture as eating a grain of rice, but you're not. You're eating that cauliflower. It's really great.
So this took about 10-15 minutes
yeah.
from start to finish. Hopefully you guys love it. Our next dish is
Well,
the,
let's wait we still have roasted vegetables.
Oh, we've
up
got
there.
roasted vegetables. Okay.
We're talking faster.
Slide. Okay, I'm gonna get in the olive oil.
Oh, yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
one
yeah.
quick thing. And it just left my brain.
Yeah. Oh, we were going on to roasted nuts and seeds.
We're gonna do roasted
Roasters-
nuts.
Yeah.